Bro, I used to beat my shit every day when I come from school. I'm not even exaggerating. I think I started in like eighth grade, some shit. Eighth grade, all the way until I graduated high school. Just pretty much every day, I beat my shit. And I feel weird saying this online, but I don't mind coming out and talking about this because it's crazy. Everybody feels weird about this and don't want to admit this, but almost every guy does it these days, which is so sad. There's a lot of guys who don't know, which is good because I think the whole like the no porn, no fap shit. And in my opinion, no porn is way more important than no fap, but they kind of go hand in hand. If you stop watching porn, you're pretty much gonna stop jerking off too, right? But my experience with it, it was hard to quit. But once I realized how bad it was and just how dirty it is, I was able to quit. But first time I did, eighth grade, my friend was like, "Bro," he pretty much made me like he said I was weird for not watching porn and shit. I was like, what? So I literally went home, watched it, beat my shit, and then I was hooked, right? And I feel like that's like kind of how it goes. People these days, a friend tells them about it, whatever the case, and they get hooked. And like I said, I'd come home from school, I'd be looking forward to this shit during the school day, but bro, I can't wait to go home and fucking bust one. It's just fucking weird, man. And I watched the NoFap video for the first time whenever I was like 18, and I was able to stop pretty quickly. But I'm no saint. Like I wasn't able to just stop. It took me some time. I was able to stop for like 4 months, but however long it was, and I fell back into it, relapsed. And I'd kind of have a lot of periods like this where I'd be able to quit for a while, and I fall back into it. Quit for a while, and it just keep happening. And I finally got to a point where I just stopped. I was like, there's really no point. I'm just hurting myself, and I could be so much better if I stopped doing this. I was able to quit. And I'm sure you probably have an addiction to it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do it like once a month, which is, I mean, it's whatever at that point, I guess. But the negative thing with porn, the reason we need to quit is because obviously you do it because you feel horny, right? The whole thing with being horny, it's like our primal instinct to go out and get girls and have sex. That's what being horny is. It's to make humans reproduce, basically. And whenever you're just fucking being lazy, just busting one at home, just fucking letting loose, it's your mind like just like being cool with not talking to girls and not having sex because there's no need to go chase this girl because you can just go home and bust one without having to try anything. Just lay there lazily and just let loose. So there's no need to go out and talk to girls. And what we're doing with porn is we're literally rewiring our brains to basically be cucks. Like when you're watching porn, you're watching another guy have sex with a girl you're attracted to, and you're cool with it. You're just chilling there watching. You're just like, and you're into that shit too. Like you like that shit. That's what you're doing when you're watching porn. You're rewiring your brain to, instead of wanting to have sex, you're wanting to watch people have sex. And they make it super accessible too, which is probably on purpose. Like you could be a fucking 8-year-old and come across this shit. Especially now with social media and everything, you see like softcore shit everywhere, and it's just so easy to find porn. And this is making guys lonely. We're doing all our shit at home instead of going out and meeting girls to fulfill this urge that we have. So it's just holding you back from meeting girls, getting new experiences, learning about yourself, learning about girls, and just getting some sexual experience. That's pretty much what we're doing with porn, and it's making us walk around with less energy too. Like I know you've fucking busted one before, and you just feel real lazy and you're just like real chill and you just kind of hang out, you just lay there, you feel good and you don't feel like doing anything. You just get real lazy. And what you don't realize is this carries on for the whole day. Whenever you release, you're just like letting go of the energy. Sexual energy is like a big drive for men. Whenever you have a lot of sexual energy, that's like one of the main energy sources you have. It makes you want to go out and do shit to be able to get girls, basically. And whenever you're releasing it, you lose all this energy and you're just more tired throughout the day, and you have less energy to go do stuff. And a big thing for me with this was just boredom. Like I'd be chilling and I'd be like, damn, I'm bored. And I know there's just an instant dopamine hit right there. So I'd just be so bored. I wouldn't even be horny, I'd just be bored, and it's so accessible. I could just turn it on and do my shit. And one of the worst things about it is it just makes you feel dirty. Like I know okay, so let's say you just finished, right? You just do your shit, you washing your hands, and you just feel gross. You feel bad about it. So what's even like you just can't. You're addicted to it, so you can't stop, and you want to. And then whenever you're done, you feel bad about it. You're like, damn, I really just watched that shit. And with me, another thing about it is like it gradually gets worse. You start seeing woman as just like something to have sex with, just a hole basically, instead of as a woman. Someone like you don't really go out and want to have be friends with them. You just want to have sex. They literally just a hole to you. And when you stop, it really clears your mind. You get this mental clarity, and everything doesn't just revolve around sex. You actually want to be around women. You want to experience them as a person instead of, like I said, just a whole. And the thing with porn is you start off watching normal shit, but you gradually start getting the weird shit. I remember there was I don't obviously want to talk about this online, but fuck it. But I get to the point where like the normal shit doesn't just do it for you anymore. Like every now and then it's cool, but like sometimes you just be like, damn, I want to do something else. I remember this one time, not one time, I've done this a couple times, but it'd be like fucking Guitar Hero for jerking off. Like you fucking go to the beat of this song playing in the background, some weird shit, and then there's just other shit. There's like the black shirt. There's like 10 dudes, one girl, and then you got cartoons, hentai, like all this shit, and you start getting into the more weird shit, and it just really makes it. You get into like the less realistic stuff. So if you do actually end up having sex, it's not at all what you're expecting, and then a lot of you probably haven't had sex yet, and like nothing against you, and the ones that have, I mean, you probably experienced this, but it's just not what you see, and it takes away from the experience, as you're not actually getting to fully enjoy sex because you built up this image in your head, and it's like just not the same. And especially when you're just watching it, you're watching some dude, like I mentioned, like you're just cucking yourself watching some dude do some like crazy shit like that you would never see in real life. It's like, what am I watching right now, bro? Now, I mentioned you actually want to like communicate with girls and stuff, and it actually makes you want to get out there and meet girls, meet women to, socialize with and understand them more. But a big thing is, people will be watching porn in a relationship, man, and they don't understand how much it's hurting the relationship. Like, I'm sure you wouldn't agree that it's cheating, but to me, it's partially cheating. I'm not gonna lie. Like, imagine how your girl feels that you're literally busting into another girl. You're getting like aroused, just fully aroused, and you're literally busting into another girl. I think you can agree that that's somewhat cheating. Like, obviously, you're not like going and putting your dick in another girl, but you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much cheating, bro. So I'm not telling you to just quit jerking off. I mean, it'd be good if you did. For me, whenever I stopped watching porn, and I continued to try to, it was like almost just like it wasn't even worth it. It could take so long, or it's like I just couldn't get into it. It's because like it's not as stimulating. And so they kind of go hand in hand. If you quit watching porn, you're probably going to stop jerking off. And so really just try to quit watching porn. What I want you to do, this is going to be kind of weird. What I want you to do, next time you're about to, I want you to visualize two things, right? First of all, I want you to imagine how much of a weirdo you look like. Imagine you're sitting there, like you're looking at yourself in the third person. And imagine you like spazzing out, you're getting all closed up, and the faces you're making, and you're getting all tense, and you're kicking your legs and shit, making these noises. Imagine the noises you're making, all this shit. And just imagine how much of a monkey you look like. How fucking stupid you look. And then also, I want you to imagine me, not in a weird way, bro. Like, imagine me just pointing and laughing at you. Some stupid shit. Like, just imagine those two things, and I bet you won't do it. But if you're interested in this kind of content, please subscribe. I make videos about self-improvement, how I improve myself, and how you can help improve yourself as well. But if you're interested in content, please subscribe. Later.